This reading is for Taurus. This is your weekly for starting July 18th. I have done your reading. The cards you received were Follow the Leader, Leaving, Blessing in Disguise, Impartiality, Coming Apart, Courage, There's Nothing to Worry About, and Rejection. So Taurus, the song I heard for you was William McDowell. Excuse me, the song is I Give Myself Away. I give myself away so you can use me. And this is why. Okay, so Follow the Leader. It can be read both ways, but I decided to take the meaning that the book gave, and the meaning is that you are being called to lead at this point in time. It says that the bumps and bruises that you have encountered, the scars, the losses, they have allowed you to become wise. They have allowed you to obtain a lot of knowledge, which is allowing you to be able to lead others. At this time, you don't have to follow the leader because you are being called to lead, whereas others will be able to follow your advice and follow your guidance because you have obtained a certain amount of wisdom to be able to help them get to the next level of where they are going. At the bottom, you have Coming Apart. This card is about separation. This card is about maybe leaving a relationship, maybe leaving a job. It's about if someone else is trying to leave you or a job is trying to tell you to go away. It's about you not chasing them down because it's not worth it in the end, and what you're going to receive on the other side of the separation is going to bring good fortune. It's going to be better than you expect it to be. So maybe taking this leadership position will allow you to have to let go of some people, let go of certain mentalities, let go of certain job that you already have, because in this moment God is saying I want to use you. So it's giving yourself away so that God can use you for his glory. And for your life change message, you have Leaving. So you have Coming Apart, and also you have Leaving. So it's nothing at this point you can do but walk away. But it's not something that's going to be heavy. It's going to be a very beautiful thing because it is leading you somewhere. You know, each time you ascend to a different level, something has to be let go of. You have to walk away from something or somebody. That is the only way to continue to succeed. Everybody doesn't go on the journey with you. At the bottom, you have Courage. So you're going to have courage because you might have to go alone. You might have to start this leadership position out with nobody beside you. You know, leaders have people beside them to help them. When Spirit is saying that you have enough information to just start your own company. You have enough to start your own business. You have enough for God to use just your one voice to bring forth awareness to a lot of people, to whereas you're going to have courage to know that you can stand alone on your own 2 feet, knowing that God is with you, because we never are alone. God is always with us. But in the physical, you may feel alone because you're going to be separated from somebody you either care about or something that you held on tightly to. But it's all a part of God's plan. And for your angel message, you have Blessing in Disguise. So it says, what appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. So this separation or this leaving and this leadership position that you're about to obtain is a blessing in disguise. So it's about being able to see it as a blessing rather than something that can harm you. It's about having courage that this is the best. And even for the person who is walking away from you or the person you're walking away from, it is best for both parties because it is what God wants to happen. It is what Spirit is asking of you, is requesting for you to give yourself away. And when you give yourself away for God to use you, you have to let go of everything that you knew, everything that you thought, everything that you wanted, because it's like I give myself away. The song says I give myself away so you can use me, because we sometimes think we know what God wants us to do and we have no idea. So when we give ourselves away, give away all the thoughts, all the identities. He said, here I am, my life is in your hand. It's like whatever you ask me to do, I'll do. But you have to know that it's a blessing and God is not trying to harm you, because there's no way he would do that. All things work together. And Coincidentally enough, at the bottom you have, there's nothing to worry about. You are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. So Spirit is saying it is a blessing, and you have nothing to worry about. Don't worry about what's going to happen once you get there. Don't worry about what that person is going to do, how they're going to feel. Don't worry about how you're going to settle in and is it going to be okay. Have courage and know that it is a blessing in disguise. So your main thing, Taurus, is for you to know that all things are working together. And if you only go, it says infuse loving thoughts and emotions. If you only walk in love, because we are to walk in love and peace, and know that everything is under God's control, have courage that it is, you will see a beautiful outcome. So your main task right now is to know that you have nothing to worry about. They say if you're going to pray, don't worry. If you're going to worry, don't pray. Yeah. You have nothing to worry about because it's out of your hands anyway, but it's in the hands of someone safe. It's in the hands of someone who has your best interest at heart. And this God's not in the hands of this person. It's not in the hand of a person or a thing. He's in the hand of spirit. So for your chakra, you have impartiality. So this was the oxymoron that when I was meditating, I was like, this is kind of, you're on two ends of the spectrum, because this card is about someone who takes a step back and put themselves in other people's shoes and allow themselves to see other people and how other people feel. It's about not speaking too much. It's about watching someone else live their life, whether it turns out good, bad, indifferent, but it's about you stepping back to say, okay, I understand this person is grown. It could be this person you separate from, or the person that wants to separate from you. It's about saying, listen, I can't control you. I can't make you stay. I cannot change your mind. So I want you to do what you feel is best for you, but it's about you not getting your feelings or emotions involved or feeling like they are directly attacking you. But it's about you putting yourself in their shoes and saying, okay, if I wanted to walk away, or if I felt like this is what I wanted to do, I would do that. So it was kind of like an oxymoron, because on one end of the spectrum, you're called to lead a certain situation, a certain group. But then on the other side, maybe the people that are close to you, God is calling you to allow them to make their own mistakes and allow them to grow and allow them to do what they feel best, because he has you focused on people that you have yet to see who actually can take your advice and use it. Because remember, the people we are close to are the ones who we are harder, I don't want to say harder, but it's harder for us to connect with them, or harder for them to understand us, because we're so close and we just feel like it's an attack, or we feel like it's or we may be aggressive because we love them so much, and it's like, I'm not trying to be aggressive, it's just that I love you. You know, it's harder to communicate with people that are close to us because we've known them so long, and so we get our feelings involved and it just turns to something that goes left. So this, on this end, it could just be about people who you're close to, just allowing them to grow and allowing them to do what they want to do while you sit back and have no opinion, no judgment towards it, but watching them grow, because ultimately we all grow, and it is not a beautiful process. But if we watch someone's growth, it is so beautiful. It's entertaining. It enlightens us. It allows us to see that God is with all of us. You know, it allows us to see that God works through everybody in mysterious ways. So on one end, you're called to lead, and only you will know what God is calling you to lead and what he's calling you to do. And on the other end, you're calling to have like a sense of understanding for the people around you that you care about, who, you know, at this time you can only be there for. It's like just being there for them and loving them instead of telling them what you think is best for them, because that's not what God wants you to do with them at this time, because he's working on them, and it could directly or indirectly affect you, but you have to know that there's nothing to worry about. He just wants you to observe his goodness, because he's working through them. It could be something you prayed about. Maybe you prayed for this person to grow or change, or you may have prayed about something and forgot that you prayed about it, and God has said, okay, this is me doing it. So I need you to not have no opinion about it. I need you to not feel like you have to jump in and advise them. I need you to stay on your side, which is all the way over here, and do what I call you to do while I work on this person and get them together. You know, because it's a blessing in disguise. Because even a blessing in disguise says something, what appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. So if you prayed for this person or this situation or something, God is working it out, but you have to allow him to do that without your input. at this time. So at the bottom you have rejection is about a person who pretty much hides themselves because they're afraid of rejection. They have a lot of gifts, a lot of talents, but they have been rejected before, so they try not to show so much of themselves. So in a sense, they reject themselves and reject their own gifts and crafts because they have been rejected. What this card is saying, be your truest, authentic self. Have courage that you don't have to reject yourself anymore, and have courage that the gifts and talents that you have, God is wanting to use them as an instrument for His glory, as an instrument for the people around you. And know that you don't have to reject yourself, and that you don't have to hide yourself anymore, and you don't have to reject the calling on your life. The chakras that you have, the colors that you have the most was purple. Purple is spirituality. It's about spiritual growth. And you also have gray. You have gray here, and you have gray there, and you have gray there. So I started speaking with Spirit about which chakra that you guys have to work on each sign. So the gray for you is consciousness. So consciousness is about knowing that we all are one, that everything around us is a part of us. So your main focus right now is realizing that everything that is happening around you is a part of you. It's a part of where you are going. It's a part of your growth. It's a part of your soul work. It is a part of what is building you ultimately and building the people around you so that it becomes harmony. Consciousness is like harmony. It's like knowing. It's about being aware. So your whole journey right now is about being aware of what you are doing, being aware of what is done around you, being aware of what you are speaking, and being aware of what is being spoken to you. It's about being in a higher consciousness of knowing that we all are one, and the main focus is to be of harmony and of service to everybody so that everybody grows without feeling constricted. And the purple is spirituality, which is the things that we have yet to see. So you have a lot of purple. So all of this in your reading is about spirituality and consciousness. It's about you coming in touch with the spiritual part of you, the things that you don't see. Like this person is being worked on. You may see them having like a fit or an attitude or running away or even saying that they want to separate from you. But what you don't see is that it's a part of your soul growth and a part of their soul growth. So even when people walk away, your spirit is being lifted, or your vibe is being lifted, or your consciousness is being made more aware through separation. And those are things that we don't know. And even in arguments and fits, things are still working out for us. And that's the impartiality you need to have towards it, that it's still working out, knowing that there's nothing to worry about. So the purple for you is dealing with your spirituality and the things that you can't see, and even knowing that God is with you and knowing that the angels are watching over you, because we can't see His angels around us, but we feel them. We feel their presence. And we know that they're there, but we can't see them. So your main focus this week is accepting your spirituality and the unseen by acknowledging your angels, acknowledging God. If you see signs of spirit around you, acknowledging, thank you angels for direction, thank you angels for being there. And also about consciousness, meaning you accept that we all are one. So when you see someone doing something that you do not like, it's still a part of you, in a sense that you have to understand why you do not like it. It's a consciousness thing. Just being aware. It's like what in you that is allowing you not to like that person, you know, for who they are, or for the route that they are choosing to take, or feeling like you have to jump in. So it's being conscious, aware, allowing harmony to flow through you and out of you, and also accepting spirituality and accepting the things that you cannot see. So that is your reading, Taurus. And the song that you have is William McDowell, I Give Myself Away. So as you give yourself away, you're going to see spiritual growth within you, and you're going to understand the consciousness that we all are connected, even if we feel disconnected. So that's your reading for July 18th.